Marquis of Cholmondeley, whose job it is today to carry the crown, normally worn by the Queen, but not today, and to carry the crown at the head of the procession. And there we have the Queen's official consort today, the Prince of Wales, who will be 71 next month, having served almost a lifetime as heir to the throne and as Prince of Wales. The Queen was attended so many of these state openings, apart from a few over the years, but the vast majority of them, and will know exactly where every single member of the pageantry and the ceremonial is meant to be, and has a very sharp eye for the detail of the entire thing. I'm told that she misses nothing along the way, so there'll be lots of nerves there among the yeomen and all the others about exactly where they're standing and exactly how they're holding themselves. The train bearers who've been specially chosen, and then of course we have the principal members of the procession, including the captain of the gentlemen-at-arms and the captain of the yeomen of the guard, who also feature in the procession today. And passing the gentlemen-at-arms who are lining the Prince's chamber, providing a guard of honour in the Prince's chamber, a short walk through past the statue of Queen Victoria just on the left there, past the portrait of Henry VIII and the other Tudor monarchs, and into this magnificent chamber of the House of Lords, the masterpiece of Barry and Pugin. Queen will approach and take her place on the throne of the House of Lords, with the Prince of Wales next to her. The crown will be placed on the table. The Duchess of Cornwall will take her place on the state chair that's been put there on the right-hand side. And the first thing that we'll hear from the Queen is an invitation to the members of the House of Lords and guests to be seated.
My lords, pray be seated.
Crown being placed, the Queen will signal her approval for Black Rod. Marquis of Cholmondeley gives his signal with his stave of office, and the signal has been received by the Lady Usher of the Black Rod, Sarah Clarke, in her first state opening, so a very big moment for her, taking part in one of the most famous pieces of parliamentary ceremonial that we have. Making her way down from the central lobby, Black Rod is announced, and approaching the members' lobby of the House of Commons, where the members congregate, and approaching the door of the Commons, which will be slammed in her face as a sign of the authority of the House of Commons. Three very firm knocks.
Black Rod!
And she enters. Will there be any heckling? There might be.
Mr. Speaker, the Queen commands this honourable House to attend Her Majesty immediately in the House of Peers.
No.
No.
Some words of dissent there, and no prizes for guessing who they came from. The veteran Labour MP for Bolsover, Dennis Skinner, who specialises in a bit of heckling on these events. And there we have the first time Boris Johnson as Prime Minister walking with Jeremy Corbyn, the leader of the opposition, on this Queen's Speech Day. Ian Blackford of the SNP, Liz Savile-Roberts of Plaid Cymru, members of the Cabinet and the Labour front bench, including John McDonnell, all of them walking in, not quite in a rush, but certainly there's always a bit of jostling, I have to say, when it gets to the middle and back of the queue, because they know that unless they jostle, they won't get anywhere near the House of Lords. Nick Brown, the Chief Whip for Labour. Andrea Leadsom for the Conservatives. Sajid Javid there, the Chancellor, who says he'll be delivering a budget next month.